All right, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Shaun Boynton, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Martin Danzer. And we're here to talk a little bit about a program that we're working, which is helping a lot of people. It's a little different one than what a lot of people have seen before. And if you're into having a good ecosystem, having healthier air, having the ability to focus on creating basically a planet that's going to be around for another million years, right? You've got to listen into what we're talking about right now. So we are here. We're going to be talking about the power of power. And let me get into a little bit more of what that is. So we're involved in a company that is helping people panel the planet. So what does that mean? That means that we're helping people be able to get access to solar energy on their homes at no upfront cost at all. So this is a free installation. So a lot of people are looking at this. This is a really, really big movement that we're part of. And we want to bring it to the people, bring it and help as many people as possibly can get off what we call dirty energy, which is the oil industry. We're utilizing, obviously, millions of people are utilizing that for their heat, for their resources. And we're trying to give people another option. Obviously, you guys have probably been aware of a lot of the of solar uprisings that have happened even over the past year or two. It's only getting better. And why is that? It's because we're getting government backing. We're getting a lot of subsidies. We're getting the ability to produce solar panels at a much, much cheaper cost. So years and years ago, you might have seen solar and, if someone would have approached you with trying to put solar panels on your roof, it may be a large upfront deposit or money down to be able to do that. Today, we can go right past that option. So we're going to give you some highlights of our program and what we're doing, as well as giving you some of the things we're actually doing, meeting people, doing some of the marketing pieces, that kind of thing. So I just want to kind of give you an overview. So the company's called Powur. It is actually backed by Jonathan Budd, who's one of the top initiators of online direct selling. We're also partnered with a company, as you may have heard, Solar City. So Solar City is the #1 solar installation company in the world right now. We are second to none right now. I mean, right now we are, I think, 60 leagues ahead of any other solar installation company, only because of the sheer mass of what Solar City has brought to basically the U.S. right now, and in their plans to expand across other countries. So right now we're focused with the partner. We're partnering with them, and who is the chairman of Solar City? None other than Elon Musk, who I'm sure you've heard the name. He's basically the founder of Tesla, and he's also founded PayPal, some very large companies that have gotten lots of media exposure. Obviously, you're starting to see more Teslas on the road, that type of thing. So we're very excited to be part of a company that has such a great marketing and background, branding, all of that. So we're really trying to talk about that with folks, trying to get it out in front of people. And who else wouldn't want to consider changing over their utilities from electricity to utilizing the solar panels at no cost up front. So this is really a huge thing for a lot of people to get involved with right now. Very easy to do. I'm going to go over just the kind of the steps and things like that. I'm also going to show you some of the ways to kind of join forces with us on this mission as we kind of move forward and helping as many people as possible panel the planet. So that's going to be our focus for today, is how we're going to be able to go forward with that, helping people, getting people more aware, trying to think of a green philosophy. We have many states already with Solar City that are on board. I believe we're almost up to 20. So I'm going to actually pull up a quick overview of that, just to kind of give you a sense of where we are in the solar industry real quick. So some stats I want to kind of give you guys. So roughly 20,000 megawatts of solar capacity is forecasted to come online over the next 2 years. So as we see solar starting to expand through 2016 and beyond, what that means, and we're well beyond 16 states right now in the US, what that means is solar installation is going up and the price of solar is going down, meaning the price to manufacture solar panels and such. So look at the extreme uptick, and this is only stats as of 2014. It goes way above that once you start getting into 15, and obviously we're just jumping into 16 now. So you can see the decline of the cost to produce and then the increased usage of solar products, solar industry. If we go a little further, we'll see what most of the states that Solar City is basically our installation company is utilizing right now, mostly out in the Northeast and a lot of the Western states, lower Western and far West states right now. With we hope that some other states are coming on board with new regulation policies. We'll have that in place soon. But as you can see, we've got anywhere from out in California, Arizona, Colorado, even out here, out in the East Coast, up in the New England area. So we're up in Massachusetts, so we're right in that area. And guys, just so you know, you don't need to be in a solar state to be part of Powur. All right, don't have to be. We've got a lot of different ways to help folks energize other folks across the country. And especially in states that are allowing installation to happen as we speak right now. So that's what's going on with that. Let me back right out of that and help you understand some of the other aspects of what we got going on. So hold on just a moment here. All right, I'm going to go back out, come back in, and you know what I'm going to do actually? I'm actually going to bring on my partner, Martin Danzer. Now, Martin comes to you from Portland, Oregon, and as far as I know, Martin, that's one of the high green states out there. Tell me a little bit about what you've been doing and how the solar industry has really invigorated what you've been doing.
I tell you what, wow, so much to talk about. For starters, our partner Solar City has 5 mega hubs in the United States where they ship their products out of, and one of them happens to be in Portland, Oregon. And so, a few months ago when I was looking for solar to put on my off-the-grid cabin that I'm building in Central Oregon, I ran across this really cool opportunity, and I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. I can put solar on my house. I have, I grew up in Portland. I lived there for 40 years. I got friends and family, extensive business connections, all in Portland. And here's this warehouse full of solar panels. I love to think that I want to make the planet a better place for my family's kids, my friends' kids. I don't have any kids myself, but, there's a future. And I think for me, I want to make the planet a healthier, safer place for everybody to live. And I've been a landscaper for 30 years, and I've been taking out grass and lawns and putting in rocks and cutting down on the fossil fuels. But we don't need to mow, we don't need to water, because we can actually create a really attractive landscape without actually spending tons of money and ruining the environment. So here comes this opportunity now that I can help people panel the planet. I can help people in Portland put panels on their house, and the warehouse is 10 miles away. And I'm super stoked. I'm super, super, super stoked to be able to help save the environment, help people save money, and decentralize the fossil fuel industry. So I'm in a unique position because I'm in this mega hub where I can go out and drive around the city, which is what I do. I drive around the city and I look for various houses that would qualify. No, not a lot of trees, maybe a southwest view, and I write down the address. And so what I end up actually doing, and this is kind of, I can get into really extreme marketing strategies that I've been doing that has actually been producing really well for me. But I'll just give you a couple of little tips, couple little secrets that I've been using recently that just really have been crushing. Is literally I go around to these houses and I write their address down, and I'll either hang a door hanger on it that'll have my links and my information, my email, my phone number, or at the same time I'll create a postcard, and then I mail it to them. Maybe a week later after I have my door hanger on there. So it's a way of doing direct marketing and looking for people that are in qualified areas, and providing them the opportunity to investigate how they can save money switching to solar. And for me, that's just been amazing. That's a tactic I've been using a lot and getting a lot of referrals and putting a lot of people through the system and get qualified partners. And I don't know, for me, I'm fired up. I love it. I get a panel of the planet. I get to help people save money. I get to help the planet itself. And, I can go on and on and on. But, I know in future Hangouts, we'll provide you guys with more tips and more strategies that are actually producing for us and building this amazing opportunity. I just want to say, for kind of a disclosure sort of thing, is that solar, this is the very beginning of solar. The very, very, very beginning. This time will never happen again, ever. And when we ever hang out next week, we can't go back to where we were this week or the week before. But imagine ourselves, we're building the Empire State Building here, and right now we're still in the hole in the ground building that foundation. And this is an opportunity for you to be a part of building the foundation of the Empire State Building. It will be built. The building is going up, no matter what, it's going up. The question is, do you want to be on the ground floor, or do you want to be on the first floor or the 5th or the 100th floor? It's really up to you, but now's the time. Now's the time to actually dive into solar, build your foundation, and create an amazing opportunity for you in the future. And that's why I dove in. I love it. I'm fired up.
Awesome. Yeah, I know you're fired up. I know you're fired up, Martin. You've been fired up about this ever since we got started, and I think that's really the key here is we've got folks all over the state. We've actually got folks that are in Canada and other areas that have really worked with us on this and have got us involved in this. And one thing that really I love about this is the fact that this is the beginning. This is the time to take a look at this and look closely. I know some years ago I wasn't really in tune with it because it hadn't gotten to a momentum phase, but like as we just jumped into this, it just started to explode, so we're really excited about what we have to offer here. And you guys, it's about two things going on. It's about helping folks get off the grid and start using their own solar powered energy to run everything in their entire house. And guys, we have other things that Solar City is coming out with. They just started to come out with that'll blow your mind. I mean, imagine having not only a solar roof or solar panels, but how about a power plant that these solar panels actually charges up. So in case there is ever like a blizzard or bad weather conditions and you lose your electricity, you've got this battery backup that continuously either the solar feeds your house or it has the battery backup. So you can be anywhere. I mean, you can be in a cabin in the middle of nowhere and have full power all the time, which I think is pretty amazing. So with that, so you can help people, get off the grid, go completely solar with what we have to offer, free to them to get started no installation, no cost to installation, anything like that. What I want to tell you a little bit about is how do people qualify to actually have solar. So there's 4 different ways. First of all, they need to go through, because the equipment that Solar City does put on your roof, we go through programs which are basically leased programs. So they basically lease it just like you lease in a car, but they lease this equipment, this solar panels and all the equipment that goes with it onto your roof. So what you have to do in order to be able to go through that process, you got to go through 4 different categories. One is you have to go through what they call a soft credit check, because you are leasing the equipment. The second part of it, though, is you're going to be you have to own your own home in order to do it. So it can't be like an apartment where you're renting, that kind of thing. You also have to be in a Solar City territory. So Solar City is across a lot of the states in the country, but based on the zip code, it's going to tell you whether or not, and there's ways to qualify in that, whether or not your zip code is one of these Solar City installation zones. That's going to be qualifying. And then you also have to go, when you're going through the Powur program that we're working with, you have to get what we call a free consultation with Solar. So they're going to go through their process on their end. And what's the best part about this is when you join forces, what we have to offer and help people, you get what we call your own back office in our Powur platform, which allows you to enter what we call a solar lead. And the solar lead is basically very simple: first name, last name, email, phone number, and how much your electricity bill is per month, right? And then what you do is you basically submit that. That goes off to Solar City, who we work with directly. And we have designated consultants that work specifically with our company, Powur, to actually take that from that point on. They're contacting them. You don't even have to do anything more at that point. You literally can follow along in your back office as to the different stages, whether they are approved, whether they're qualified, whether they go to contract for a solar installation, and then the actual installation. So there's basically a 4-step phase that goes through Solar's end. And how that works is, there's a period of time that it goes through. It all depends a little bit different for everyone. So that's the process for what we call a qualified lead. Basically has to have the first initial call with Solar, and they have to pass those 4 categories. Now, what does that mean to you? Well, I'm going to kind of go over that real quick with you. I'm going to share my screen one more time and kind of give you an overview of quick overview of what we're doing with Powur and how you can join forces and actually make an income at the same time you're helping people get off the grid. So if you guys can see my screen now, we're going to go through that. Bear with me just a moment here. All right, so I'm on that screen with you guys. So how does it work? Well, first of all, to get started, being part of one of our what we call our Powur partners, and that's getting your feet right in with us and ability to help people spread the wealth with the solar as well as income, and that's what we're going to talk about here. So I'm going to tell you right now, it's not listed here, but there's a one-time cost right now of $3.99. One time, there's no monthly fees or anything like that, but this affords you the ability to start making money weekly and monthly. And I'm going to kind of go over it basically so you kind of understand what this is. So if you're looking at our screen, we offer the ability to earn a $75 fast start bonus, and that's when you get 3 qualified leads. So what I just mentioned to you, what a qualified lead was, that means that could be yourself. If you're looking to get solar for yourself, that you could be a qualified lead yourself, or anybody that you know. It could be a friend, family, it could be anyone you know. So you basically would enter 3 qualified leads, or 3 leads, I should say, in your back office. Let Solar City do the qualifying for you. And then once they're qualified, which could happen pretty quick, I mean, within the first few days, you're going to make $25 per qualified lead. So that's $75 up front. So that's how you get started and you become qualified. Now, once you become qualified, So now you've got 3 separate leads. Now they're all qualified. They could go to installation. They could not go to installation. We don't know yet, but at least you get a fast start bonus as they come in, and we'll be, Solar City will be talking to them the whole step of the time to make sure that you understand how that works, and you'll be able to follow that in your back office as well. So where it gets exciting is when you help those 3 people, and when we're talking about people, what we're looking to do at that point is to get at least 3 power partners, 3 power partners like you that come in and help you, or come in and you basically help them get started. And this is how you can go through the process and get. So now, just to give you some background, so you can see $1,200 here, right? So that's where you have 3 people that have come on board with you. You can obviously get more, but we're only looking for for 3 is in this example here. And every time someone opts in and goes all the way to solar, you make $200. So basically, to be in the next segment, you need to have 5 personally qualified leads. So that's where we're talking about the 5 here, because we're going to have 5, and if they go to installation, that's $1,000 for installation bonus. Along with that, you get $225 as a lead acquisition bonus. And you also get a team lead acquisition bonus of $75, and that's for the 3. So as you can see, there is upfront money as well as monthly money. It's going to depend on where the lead goes and qualifies, and the process as it goes. So it doesn't all happen at one time, but as you can see, this can get exponential. This is just an example of how people can move up, and once folks get installed, this is the amount of money that they can get in commissions, and they get that at the installation point in time. So that's really why I wanted to stop. You can go much further than that. You can go into much more multiple digits, and then what we'll probably do is we'll probably cover some more in the next Hangouts. But I want to let you know, guys, you have the ability to get your own Tesla. So at the end of the day, if you get all the way up to what we call a game changer, you will have the ability to get your own Tesla, which is pretty cool. So I'll stop the income piece there, but I want to kind of let you know that, so that you know that there's options out there and how this all works. So guys, if you are watching this on any of our links, and there's a place to put some comments, please feel free to do so, and we'll be able to kind of go through that with you and answer any questions that you might have. All right. Can you still see me, Martin, or do you still see?
I see you now. We're back.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we didn't want to go too long with this, but we definitely want to give you some insight as to what this was all about. It's myself, once again. I am Shaun Boynton, and I've got Martin Dancer on the other end here, and we work together as a team. We've got some other leaders couldn't make it tonight, but we do have this every single week. So if I'm not running it, Martin's going to run it. We're going to go back and forth for a little bit. We're going to try to give you as much information as possible, but we're really excited because this is a really momentum phase that we're part of with solar. And, being part of, working hand in hand with Solar City is, one of the top installation companies, which makes it so much more powerful, right? I mean, you can see Solar City all over the place. What makes it different is folks can go direct to Solar City as well, just so you know that, but that's not going to help that person possibly make an income. They can get installation. So what makes the benefit of what Powur offers is we've turned that to not only being able to consult with folks to get off of fossil fuels and get onto solar energy, but we also have the ability to make an income at the same time. So that's what's very exciting, and we can leverage everyone that comes on board with us the same way. Think about how easy this is. I mean, it's very easy to be able to go out and offer people who are looking for solar the ability to come on. They can get free installation. Obviously, they're going to be going through Solar City as their new utility once they get off the grid, but it's the savings is definitely there. I mean, I've seen people save, and they could have a bill of $200 and now they're only paying like $40 a month, because the solar is so much cheaper to power, all of the utilities. So that's really the whole point of what we're trying to offer here, is a way to leverage and help people panel the planet, and then also help people get an income at the same time. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, one thing I want to add is next week on the Hangout, I'm going to cover some of the tactics that I've been using to talk to different builders and different homeowner associations. And, you know, there's this sort of dynamic change as the rooftops have a different look to them. And our neighborhood associations willing to accept this, yes or no? But I've been talking with builders and realtors, and there's some really amazing insights that actually could exponentiate the growth of your business. And also, you know, we're building this foundation, and the foundation we're building is by having people partnering up with us and sharing this vision. And just think about it in your mind. Just, you know, over the course of the next week, just think about it in your mind. You know, what if you knew a builder or somebody who's, you know, building a subdivision or putting in some different buildings here and there, and you're like, wow, I do know them. They're my cousins, friends, whatever. And you can go out and talk to them and say, hey, you know, I got this really cool opportunity. It would benefit them to become a partner of you, your partner, and you both are now solaring the planet in subdivisions. And then take it a little farther, and then we probably won't get that in depth next week, but you know, in the future we'll talk about how, imagine subdivisions now are actually being designed so the rooftops are facing the right direction. So now you're really impacting the planet on a huge level. And with what you saw with, you know, what Shaun showed there really briefly, you know, we're building some tiers of ways that people can help as many people as possible planet to planet. So, you know, there's just some really unique things that we're going to talk about next week on the Hangout, you know, some more little in-depth ways of finding qualified partners, and also finding, you know, partners to join the movement. I'm just super excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I want to tell you that since you made that point about builders, I just brought on a new partner, Kim Oliver. I'm just going to give her a shout out. And she's actually a real estate agent, and she actually works with a few contractors herself. She's very excited to kind of get involved in this, because she can definitely see the opportunity here on her end. Not only is she helping sell a lot of the homes that are in developments, but she's also working with the contractors, you know, independently, and giving them the information as to what we're trying to do and how they could benefit at the same time. So we'll get into more of that kind of talk on our next Hangout, and kind of give you some insights as to maybe how you can target different kinds of people to leverage the best results. So we hope you guys got a lot of this. If you do see a comment, please feel free to like or comment down below. And if someone brought you to this site or this Hangout, feel free to get back to that person, and we'll give you some more information on how you could be a part of this entire movement and move forward. But with that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. We're going to try to do this every single week, and we'll have some more information and possibly bring on more people as we go forward. But with that, thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we'll talk to you again next week about Powur. Have a good one.
See you guys.